How you doing, folks? Jenn from McCreath here on Wednesday night. It's October 17th, 2012. Sitting at home in St. John's, Newfoundland. Got an interesting tweet from Troy Adams today. For those of you who have not been following my videos, troysrun.com. Troy Adams is a brain injury survivor who's running across Canada to raise awareness to brain injuries and I guess the truths and the myths about brain injuries and what they can and cannot do to people. Troy is currently somewhere in Alberta, I believe, so he is literally deep into the journey. The journey started on April 1st right here in St. John's, Newfoundland, and I ran the first 3 kilometers with him. Kind of a special moment for me to be a part of this. Anyway, Troy, I guess 5 months into the journey, at some point he had some injuries that were serious enough to require him to take a break. And I believe he took 2 weeks off to rest and do some stretching and some, I guess, some rehab type of exercises. And then he went back out at a modified program that I guess included running part of the day and biking part of the day. And now he has come under fire, taking a little bit of criticism for calling this a run, when in fact there's a little bit of bicycling involved as well. First and foremost, this is a demonstration, it is not a competition. There is no rules. This is brand new, something out of the blue. Troy came up with it. He's got goals, and the goals I think are more about the charitable foundation and raising money to deal with the brain injury issues. The concept of a run, I believe, is more of a tool, project, a marketing strategy, publicity stunt, and a catalyst to make those things happen. As an athletic sports purist, shall we say, someone who's quite familiar with the rules, I guess the tough part here is we don't have rules. So basically the issue here is it's in the eyes of the public. And will Troy lose significant amount of credibility and lose financial donations because he's biking now and then as part of this rehab? Probably not. If this was an actual Olympic event, he would have to run the whole thing probably. There would probably be very strict rules about leaving the course, taking breaks. This is just me speaking on my experience of running marathons and my understanding of 24-hour runs and the legendary Ironman competitions. Only Troy knows, I guess, what he is capable of doing physically with the knees and the hips and the legs. I know that the timing was part of this. The goal was to start, obviously, April 1st and finish at some point before winter. And if he can't run the full 42K a day, if he runs as much as he can and bikes the rest, that will at least keep him on pace as per the schedule that he's outlined. He's still going to do all the stops. He's not just crossing the country, he's stopping and doing advocacy work. He's meeting with politicians, he's doing interviews for the media, he's going into schools and talking to kids, doing all sorts of outreach work as well. I really don't think this hampers the project and the goals of the project. When the historians come back 100 years from now and go digging into the archives of the internet and research who all has run across Canada, you might want to put a little asterisk beside Troy that says he biked 4% of this and ran 96% of it. Maybe an asterisk that says he took a 2-week break in between. But to me, those are just afterthoughts. If you're running 96% of that journey, it's a run. A lot of marathon runners actually stop during their race and take breaks. They walk for a couple of minutes to catch their breath. Some of us might even walk off the course and find a place to go pee. I think it's in the rules that you're allowed to do that. Yeah, to me, the spirit of this is not so much about the athleticism and the technicalities of distances run in time limits. It's the overall activism work here. And if it were me, would be an interesting question. It's not me. It really would depend on the injury. Troy's risking serious, permanent damage by running on seriously injured legs. I'm not a biker. It's just not something I've never done. So it's not something I would do. I would consider walking. If I'm taking on a distance event, no way in heck you're going to pull me off the course unless I'm dead. If I can't run, I'll walk. I'll walk slow. I'll limp. I'll get the job done. If that degrades what I do, I've run marathons near elite level speed. I ran a 3 hour and 16-minute marathon in 2008. Years later, having put on weight, said goodbye to my testosterone and gained 40 pounds and not trained. I was running marathons in the 5 hour and 56-minute mark. Is one more impressive than the other, or do they all count as marathons? Well, again, it depends on what you're really measuring here. I would assume that the people raising these questions on the blog are people who are just trolls. If one of your sponsors were to say, Troy, we're pulling out unless you run the whole thing, then that would make it more worthy. But I would say don't pay much attention to this. Stick to the plan that you've got. Run as much as you can. Bike what you need to get to the end of the 42K each day. And hold your head high and finish the journey. There you go. That's Jennifer McCreath and my thoughts. It'd be interesting to see what some of the other cross-Canada runners have to say about something like this, because they're really the only other folks on par who could probably speak to this with, I guess, more clout than myself. But there's my thoughts. There you have it, Jennifer McCreath. Keep it up, Troy. You're almost there. I think you're amazing and have tons of love and respect for you. And everybody else, thank you very much for watching all of my blogs, and have a great night.